and welcome to the channel. My name is Annalisa and this is going to be a book haul, and in this case it's not actually a library sale book haul. I've just gradually been going to a lot of charity shops and have come up with quite a number of books. Some of these are from a local place that supports a chaplaincy, another local charity shop that supports I think children at a local hospital, and the others are from the ARC up in Spokane, which supports people, I think, surrounding the entire justice system. So like people who have been arrested, people who are currently in prison, and people after they get out of prison. So like they have helped Black autistic people who were wrongfully arrested go free and things like that. So I will try to link each of these organizations below. But yeah, so most of these books are going to be $1 to $2, which is more expensive than a library haul, but they are charity shops, so I don't mind too much. I'm going to start with the top where I have the mass market paperbacks. So first we have 4 books by R.A. Salvatore, which I read these books before I got on BookTube. They were recommended by my brother and I like them a fair amount. We have Sea of Swords, The Spine of the World, which I think these two are my favorites because they have most of the crew involved in them. Like this one, you can see that pretty much everyone is pictured. And I think this one, they're separated, but you do get point of views from everyone. These are about a dark elf, Drizzt, who is away from his homeland, which is kind of a dark and scary place, and is friends with a dwarf, a big barbarian type guy, and a lady who is like the dwarf's daughter but isn't a dwarf. She's adoptive daughter, something like that. It was a long time ago. I really like them as a group and they're very sweet together, but also having cool adventures. And this is Starless Night, and that is him fighting with his nemesis, who is just as good as him with double blades, because that's Drizzt's signature. He uses double blades, and those books have the best fight scenes I have ever read. The only people who have approached them on level of fight scenes is Tamora Pierce, and he's like a level above that. Then we have, got this for the pink spine, but it's called Getting Old is Criminal, and I'm pretty sure, imagine Miss Marple wielding bronzer. Gladdy Gold is a hoot. I think it's a comedic cozy mystery. Apparently there is a Gladdy Gold detective agency made up of her and her friends who like to solve cases. Then we have Nora Roberts, Dance Upon the Air. I just grabbed this because it's Nora Roberts and I don't think I've read it yet. Plus it says this is first in the bewitching new Three Sisters Island trilogy. So I like the beginnings of trilogies, and I think I found the second one. Yeah, Heart and Earth by Nora Roberts. So I got both of these, and this is the first and the second one, so I can read those and know what's going on. And I just enjoy Nora Roberts a fair amount, and they're a cozy option. Then another Nora Roberts one that's quite small, Considering Kate. And this one I first looked at because it's purple. But it is about a woman who has bought a dilapidated building to make a new dance school in, and she's hired a contractor for the renovation, and the romance is going to be with the contractor. And I like people who build things romances. I think those are enjoyable. Then I got The Revised Fundamentals of Caregiving, and I thought this might be about like caregiving to a family member who's elderly, but it's actually caregiving to disabled people in the case of this specific person. And so now I'm like, please don't be ableist. The first person he's working for has ALS, and where am I? 5 pages in, and it hasn't been horribly ableist, but like it hasn't seemed super like aware of how not to be ableist. So like I'm a little worried about this one, but I'm hoping if it's good, it should be really good, but if it's bad, it's probably gonna be really bad. So could go either way. Then I got another hardback JD Robb for our shelves. I think this is forward enough that we don't have a physical copy of this one. We have like the first 30 in paperback, and then we have a few in hardback because my mom likes hardback to look at on the shelves, and she also actually likes reading them because they like stay open easier, which is the opposite of my experience. I much prefer paperbacks. So I got this to look nice on our family bookshelves out in the living room, and also to have if I ever feel like reading this in physical copy, because after the first 30 we have most of them on Kindle. Then another oldie but hopefully goldie, The Golden Fury by Marion Castle. And first of all, it has a cool map, but also it's from like the late 40s, early 50s, so I'm kind of collecting books written by women of that era because I kind of want to do a study, and like just owning them feels cool. I really like collecting those. But yeah, I'm also like interested in the history of women's fiction. So then I was in Fred Meyers and I was just like, you know what, I think I have it in my budget to buy a new book, since they all have 25% off stickers. So I was looking and I had heard about this one, so I decided to get it. Wings of Ebony. Isn't it just, first of all, it's shiny, but just it's got so much pink on it, and I was just, oh, it's so pretty. This one goes on my prompt TBR, my need to read this soonish TBR, along with the other new book I've got recently, Fire Becomes Her, because I like to get reviews out of these newer books more promptly than the old books that I feel like have waited a while and can wait longer. And this one's about a year old, but that's nice because I got to have it in paperback and it's all flippy floppy. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. It was $13, so 25% off. It was about $10. There's a collection of books that I bought from Better World Books, that I found the author in a collection of indigenous works that was edited by Joy Harjo, or Harjo. Joy Harjo, I think. And this one is called If I Ever Get Out of Here by Eric Gansworth. And what's this one about? It's about growing up as an indigenous person and being poor and bullied and things like that. Then we have Black Eagle Child by A. Young Bear, and this says it's a mix of verse, prose, narrative, and letters to tell Edgar Bearchild's journey to adulthood. Maybe it's Edgar A. Young Bear. There's a sticker over part of the author's name. And No Parole Today by Laura Tohei, who's a Diné writer. And this is a collection of poetry and prose memoir. It's very small. These are all back to me from the Chaplaincy charity shop. Terry Pratchett, The Witch's Vacuum Cleaner, and Other Stories. And I haven't read much of Terry Pratchett, and what little I've read hasn't been to my taste, but I think that one specifically about witches might be to my taste. Plus it's pink. But yeah, I'm hoping that these short stories will enthrall me more than the long style story that I tried reading first. And then these three, which is the first one. Yeah, Upside Down Magic. That's a dragon cat. That is a little cat with dragon wings. And there's also these two, the sequel and the third book in the series. this is a dragon cat shifter who turns into a human / human who turns into a dragon cat, and they're middle grade and they're shiny and they're so freaking adorable, and I am very excited to read them. Dritten, that's what it's called, a dragon kitten, not a dragon cat, a dragon kitten, Dritten, which I think Dritten, shortening it doesn't nearly convey the cuteness of a dragon kitten. But yeah, and they look very pretty all together. 1, 2, 3, shiny, shiny, colorful, colorful. So if I like these, they might make it onto my display shelf back here. But yeah, they're just so cute, and like immediately when I saw them I was like, I'm gonna need those. So those are all of the books. I don't know the final price because I bought them all separately. So not at all expensive for that many books, but a lot more expensive than a library haul. So now that I've revisited all of these books that I've had in my to haul pile, I think I need to slow down on the buying of books outside of library sales. I think I've spent enough money on that for now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!